Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So my wife is here to join me with this video about why you should not buy a Chromebook and what they really are. So my wife has the most experience on Chromebooks, so she's had her run-ins.
Trying to figure it out.
Our pastor has a Chromebook at the church, no fault of his own, and stuff happens.
And he calls me for tech service, and I'm like, oh, it's a Chromebook.
They have an operating system that is called Google, a.k.a. Android.
Yeah, it's more of an application thing than an actual OS.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like when you buy one of these netbooks. This is a Windows 10 netbook. You get what looks like, but is not, but it looks like a Windows 10 stripped down operating system. So they limit you to only being able to install downloaded apps from the Microsoft App Store.
Yes.
There is a little thingy you can do in the file system where you can unclick that and you get a full-blown Windows 10 accessible now. So now you can do whatever you want. You can go to the App Store through Microsoft, or you can install your own programs. Like I use this little book for running stuff like my Boss pedal board and my Beat Buddy and any of my other music gear that happens to require software to program it, okay, and drivers and so on. I also have a program called Adobe Audition on here. I've got programs for writing programs, that sort of thing. And I can easily just put a stick in the side of the port and, well, in this port, because I got two, and I can just download the files, swap them to my other PC, or throw them on my Mac, or vice versa, do whatever I want.
They talk to each other.
Right, same with trying to be able to get access to MP3 files. It's just drag, drop, load, drag, drop, boom, boom, done. Too easy. I want to find our wireless printers in the house. We have two of them. One's a laser, one's not. It's a matter of just getting this thing to search out for wireless printer on the network. Boom, it's there. Oh, cool.
Pick out what the name is.
Pick out which one you want to print off of, and away you go. It is like literally like that fast, okay? Yeah. You are not getting away with this on a Chromebook. No. Everything's done through what, the cloud or something?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
cloud
we know that
printing, cloud sharing, cloud everything.
Yeah, so when you stick a USB stick into one of those Chromebooks, what happens to access files? Is it easy to access the files? Can you access them easily?
You can put them on the computer, but you can't do much else with them.
Yeah.
Like you can't transmit them further. You have to use the cloud to get to anywhere else.
Yeah. So you're stuck on the cloud.
Yeah.
Now we have the cloud for Apple stuff, okay?
Yes.
Like our iPhones, iPads. I have a couple. She's got an iPad and an iPhone. Yeah. I also have an iMac, which we're using to record this video with, for example, right now. So I had to turn on some extra lighting to take away some of the grainy, because I don't have a lot of lighting in here. It would be nice if a sponsor would actually send me some, like pro lighting. It'd be cool. Anyways.
Just saying.
Just saying. Because I really can't afford the stuff myself, but I'd demo it for free, no problem. Just let me keep it later. So, anyway, so Chromebooks, they can get quite costly. I was up on Best Buy's website, and I saw one up there for about $700 with a 14-inch screen. I was like, I almost had a heart attack. 64 gigs of space to store with, 4 gigs of RAM, and a 1.1 gigahertz processor. Okay, I've got a 1.1 gigahertz processor and this 64 gigs of storage. Plus, of course, I got a micro SD slot, which I've got put in here, 32 gig right now, because that's all I got. But I can fit like a huge one in here if I feel like it. I'm not really limited.
It will go up to that, yeah.
Yeah, no, I can actually go beyond. I'm not limited.
Yeah.
I've got a Type-C port. That thing had a Type-C port. I got USB 3.0 ports. It's got it. I got Bluetooth. It's got it too. But $700. I mean, seriously, do you have any idea how much of a powerful laptop, a real laptop, you can buy for $700?
Yes.
And there are people that will spend $700 on a Chromebook, and it's like, to do what?
A lot of the schools are advocating for Chromebooks because of their size and their ability to just take them with them. And it's all controlled through the cloud. So the school can put the clamp on what they're allowed to access. That's why.
Yeah, but they still can't stop the kids from surfing Well, example, porn sites. It's got a browser. You can surf anywhere. So the kids can surf anywhere. They can stream their videos from YouTube. All that stuff they can do. So really, how much security are the kids really getting put on them? Not a whole lot in the end.
Not a whole lot.
You know.
But I think what it is to get everybody to be uniform.
Well, it's kind of like Apple stuff.
No, it's... Yeah,
well,
that's a lot more money.
Well, sure it is, but I mean, PCs are the same. You can get them all on the PCs even.
But they're trying to corral them all into Chromebooks so that everybody's the same. It's like school uniforms.
Yeah. Nobody's
better than the other. It's all the same. So if they say for school it's got to be a Chromebook, then that's what it is. Everybody's on this app system thing, not a real OS.
But that's school, though. Regular people is the big
regular
thing.
People. There's no reason to go to Chromebook.
Well, no. None, because you're so limited. Like, even video editing on a Chromebook, it's like, it's not a very feasible thing to do.
That's kind of like the Android tablets.
Well,
it's all app system. It's all just
same operating system.
Yeah.
Because you're Google Play, right? It's the same operating system.
It's the apps.
And, you know,
that's it.
And
it's not
unless it's a Chromebook that is made for or by Google Chrome, Google, the other companies don't keep the operating systems up to date. In a lot of cases, even the Android tablets you buy right now probably have an Android operating system that's been like dead for 10 years now, and yet it's a brand new device in the store. Or maybe it's been 5 years or 3 years. Either way, there's not a lot of support on the operating system updates for Android operating system machines. Whereas if you buy an Apple device, for example, like whether it's a phone or, you know, even my iPad. This is a 6th generation iPad. I'm running the current OS 13.3 on this as well as this. Same iOS on both devices. Mm-hmm. Cross-compatible. I can transfer files either from the AirDrop system wirelessly, or I can surf the net on this. I can do everything I can do on my Mac computer or my PC, I can do on these, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I can also talk on this. I can have my phone put its phone calls to here, or I can actually make a phone call on here if I want to pay an extremely massive phone bill.
Yeah.
I'd rather have this shifted to there. That would be... Because this isn't really a phone.
No.
But this is, right? So there's a lot of things that our devices from Apple can do that a Chromebook could never do. No. And when you look at a Windows computer, you know, I mean, I don't even know if they still do Windows phones anymore. I haven't kept up to snuff on that. I lost way touch. I remember they had them at
not
one
interested.
time. A friend of ours had one once, and it was like, Windows Phone? What the heck is that for?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that is right. But he did have one.
One of the big problems with Chromebook is printing. The pastor asked me for help with his printer. And what I discovered through doing some research to help him was that the printer must be able to cloud print.
Yep.
So you need specific hardware to do that with. It won't just connect up to whatever printer you've got. You have to have
you got that right.
a printer that will do cloud printing. And then there's certain stages you've got to go through to get to the cloud.
Yeah.
From the cloud down to the printer, and then
get your file.
Command the printer to print that. It's crazy. It's crazy making that.
So you know,
it's so hard.
Yeah, so people like older folks, right?
Oh, they're lost.
They're way lost. And then they wonder why they get humongous tech bills to have somebody to try and teach them how to use something, and they still don't get it. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
And even younger people. There's a lot of younger people that don't get it either, because it's all this, you know, young kids spend a lot of time going, hello, okay, and that's fine. They do that. But at least a lot of kids actually understand stuff how where others don't. But
if you weren't raised with technology,
you're screwed.
They're lost.
A lot of people are.
Can you talk me through it on the phone? It's like,
no.
You have no clue what you're doing, so no. Like I'll tell you to go to some section and you'll be like, where's that? You know, like it is so complicated for what it is. Like it would be worth the complication if it could actually achieve something.
And I mean, the cheapest Chromebook right now at Best Buy, brand new, not refurbished, is about $300. And I mean, spec for spec, even my little netbook blows the doors off of it. And I paid $328 out the door with a 3-year warranty, which was
3-year Geek Squad. Yeah,
that was like $70-$80 for the warranty for 3 years. So so you're
was
talking
way
$300
less.
plus tax plus a warranty if you want the Geek Squad warranty from Best Buy or wherever you buy from. If they offer you an extended warranty, you're going to pay that extra on top. Mm-hmm. And then that Chromebook is actually worse in every way imaginable than my little netbook cost me. You know, my netbook runs my internet. I can do YouTube on it, video editing on it, really easy. I can do everything I can do on a full-size laptop or computer system I can do on my little netbook for less hassle than even a Chromebook.
Yeah, and Chromebooks have proprietary power packs and
very proprietary.
They're
you can't use a third party. There are a lot of third party power supplies you can buy for any laptop if you really don't feel like paying the blood money to HP or Asus or Lenovo or whoever.
Brand,
you can get power packs that'll run third party for anything. Chromebook, forget it. You're not. Like a friend of ours, he lose his power pack or something?
So. I think he left it in a motel.
So he ended up trying to get a new one, and I mean, it's a nightmare for that, And if they discontinue the netbook too soon, guess what? Bye-bye. No more power packs. Yeah. And then try getting an average store to work on it, like technicians.
Yeah.
I mean, ching.
Yeah.
Like the bill goes up.
Yeah, it's much better to go for an actual computer.
I think so.
That has the ability to do everything, connect with everything else. Easily. Either through wireless or through Ethernet or whatever. You can connect it to something.
Yeah.
The Chromebooks are strictly a cloud-based thing and not so easy to work with. Printers and other peripherals that don't work with cloud.
And there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work with cloud, period. And then, of course, your file system, where are all your files kept? Are they kept on the computer somewhere where you can't actually get them easily, or are they on the cloud?
I believe they're mostly on the cloud. You have the base on the computer itself.
Yeah, you don't have a hard drive icon you can actually get to on a Chromebook.
No, you need to.
Whereas you
go fire it up and
you
get
go
it
into
to
a Windows computer
level.
and you go into my computer or my PC, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And look, there's my drive. There's my USB stick. I plug it in. Boom, pops up on the screen. It doesn't work that way with Chromebooks.
No. With Chromebook, you have to sign in and then get to your cloud. Storage,
and then
try and go to the file system, and
then plug your devices in and try and get to them that way, and it's like,
oh man. So now whenever we hear somebody say, "Oh, I got a Chromebook," and I'm like, "Oh no, another one."
If you want my help, it's $250 an hour.
Yeah. You know about computers, don't you? I need your help with the Chromebook. It's like, no.
If it's a PC, I'll charge you a lot less.
No.
Because I don't want you don't get the same headaches.
No.
Literally, you don't.
No.
I've been, back in 1990 is when I actually got certified as an Apple technician. And a couple years after that, certified for Windows computers, right? And so I've been doing this for a lot of years, right? And you gain a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge about technology as it moves through. And I've been a techie ever since I was like, hi, okay? And so I have tons and tons of experience with technology. These Chromebooks, though, we had Google phones. There's another one. When we first moved to the country, we both had Google Nexus 5 phones.
Yeah.
Now, great, because Google always kept the OSs up to date. Antenna systems in them suck. Okay, they are the worst. We could barely even get a call to come in, let alone try and make one. So we
maintain it.
Yeah, maintaining. Yeah. Hello,
duck call.
I'm only 11 clicks from the tower here. I think I got a bar. Literally, it was kind of like that bad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, We went to iPhones. We said enough of this, going to iPhones. Never a problem. I mean, we do get the odd dropped call, right? But even in the house here,
cellular, what?
I'm sitting in my room here. I got 3 bars lit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that's actually pretty impressive because.
And that's in an OtterBox. That's underneath all this.
Yeah. That's in an OtterBox. And that's an iPhone 6S. I just put a new battery in that. And
yeah, check that video out.
Yeah, that was interesting actually, yes. How to change the battery in your iPhone 6S. Check out my video. It's a long video, but it's in real time how it's actually going to happen.
It's interesting.
Because when you do it yourself, it's going to take you about the same amount of time, maybe more if you end up losing more screws. I only lost 1, but it wasn't critical at least, thank goodness. But the thing is here is, you know, you've got to seriously consider what are you getting for your money in a Chromebook, and you can spend the same money or far less and get like 5 or 8 times more of the machine in a regular PC.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we all want portability. Great. Netbooks are great. I mean, that thing was cheap. You know,
and it's small and light.
And it's small and light. Even without the extended warranty, it was still under $300 brand new before tax.
Oh yeah.
And it'll still outdo any Chromebook any day of the week, other than the fact that, okay, it doesn't have a 14-inch, it's got an 11-inch, it's got 1.1 gig dual,
it's a
which
netbook
some
for
of them
a
do.
reason, right?
Yeah,
it's just,
they're not made for high horsepower, you know, but for everything that I need that thing to do, plus I can still do my video editing if I want, I can still upload to YouTube, I can surf the net, you know, I can do all of that stuff and with ease. If I want to print something off of it, boom, because I keep all my manuals for all my equipment on that as well backed up. So this way, if something happens to my Mac, my next in chain in command is my PC laptop. Anything happens to that main laptop, I have the netbook. Anything happens to that, I got 2 iPads. One way or another, I'm covered for all of my stuff. I'm connected, and they all are interconnected wirelessly to each other. I got them all talking to each other, so no matter what I can do.
And they can talk to the printers with that, like no problem.
Yeah, hassle-free, you know.
Chromebooks, you need the cloud. If something were to go wrong, say you forgot your sign-in.
Yeah, and some of those cloud-compatible stuff is not cheap either.
No.
You know,
especially the printers.
I can buy a $50 printer at the source with 2 ink tanks with it, but it's not going to be a cloud-compatible printer likely.
No.
The likelihood is very small. You're going to have to spend a lot more money to get a cloud-compatible printer.
Yes.
You know, and so these are reasons why. You know, I decided to do this videos because I'm seeing a lot more and more people with Chromebooks, and after the experience of what we've been going through, even with our pastor with his Chromebook, and we know other people that have them, it's such a nightmare to deal with them, and I don't get it. I mean, it's just so much. If you just want to do some typing and watch some YouTube, you can do that on a little netbook too. You can do all that. And then
or
if you
even
decide...
a small laptop.
Yeah, even a small little cheap laptop. $500 for a high horsepower laptop that'll actually do gaming. You know, and you can get that from Walmart for $500. You know, even $400. You know, you can do that.
Go with a real laptop, not they're kind of like a glorified tablet.
They are. Well, they have touchscreens on them, a lot of them too.
Yeah.
You flip it over, and then your keyboard is sitting on the floor, and it's like, oh, I got a tablet. Oh, whoopee ding, so do I. It's called an iPad. But yes,
it's all
glorified.
app driven. So like,
it's kind of like,
why would you do that?
If you guys remember Windows Surface, right?
Yes,
Surface came 2 ways. All right, I had a Dell tablet that I'm pretty sure is still on my channel. It might not be. But at the time I was looking for a portable type computer on one screen. I ended up picking this Dell thing because it had like Windows with it. It was like Windows 8. Now around the same time, Windows themselves, Microsoft, came out with the Surface. They came 2 versions. RT, which is 100% app driven. Okay, kind of like what this little laptop is before you hit the check mark and go to full-blown OS. Now the Windows RT Surfaces, they cannot run a full real Windows operating system. So they made another version of the Surface, which they still do, that has an actual Windows operating system, right? Which is a huge difference, you know? So it's kind of like RT, real Windows. RT, real Windows. Real Windows for me. Thank you. I don't want to be stuck on apps. I like the App Store on my Windows 10 computers because There's stuff on there that I need for electronics programs, for example, resistor programs, capacitor programs, IC programs.
Yeah, specialty
because I'm an
stuff,
electronics freak too, right? So I need access to my tech stuff, and it's great that the store has it. The App Store for Apple has it too, but I want the full portability on all my machines. So yes, I can download them onto my iPad as well. So I can get all the same programs precisely from either way, which is nice. With the Android stuff, I could get a lot of those things, which is fine, but it's the fact of I want to do this, and I want to take a copy, screenshot of this, and put it over here, and put it as part of this flow chart. Good luck trying to figure out how to do that on a Chromebook.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's not so easy.
Take you about 10 seconds to do it with any word processing editing program for a Windows computer. So
Yeah. Give me a real computer any day of the week.
Well, yeah.
Chromebook, no.
And when it comes to viruses, and you start thinking about that, even Android devices are subjective to getting viruses. Okay, every computer is. Even ever since Apple went to OS X, which made them very vulnerable because of the Unix core.
Yeah.
Now Windows and Mac, Unix core operating systems, basically now we have floating systems because we have a C prompt still accessible on Windows. We now have a terminal window that we never had before accessible on the Mac, and it makes them very vulnerable now for being hacked and virused. So now you need a lot more tighter security for software, which still is not 100% perfect because security is kind of somewhat, I'm sorry to say, it's a joke.
And with the Chromebook, everything being on the cloud.
You're going to have antiviral software just to protect your computer, but your cloud stuff, where's your security and protection? That's way open, man. Anybody can get into the file system on those servers because, even hackers, they know how to get access to those servers too easily and get into everybody's stuff. And even though there's password encryption, I do not want my stuff floating in cyberspace. Not even my tablets will be backed up to the cloud. I do not like that. I do not use the cloud. I want everything self-contained, right?
Yeah.
And then this way I know
your
exactly
file
what's going
systems
on.
and your stuff are either on your computer proper, or they're on an external hard drive that you can disconnect.
Yeah, exactly.
And keep them safe.
And there's the other thing, hooking up an external drive. It's like a USB stick. Oh, I need to drag these web files. Oh, I got to go.
You got to go up to the cloud. I got
to go 15 different steps just to try and get it on there. And it's
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah.
I like to just plug in the device and go, copy,
Drag.
over there. Drag, copy, drag, copy.
Yep.
And I'm done in like that fast. So guys, this is why we suggest that you probably should avoid Chromebooks at all costs.
Yeah.
Okay? They are a nightmare.
You're not doing
they're
yourself
very
any
problematic.
favors.
They can get very expensive for what you're getting, which is really not a lot for your money in comparison to buying Windows computers.
They don't talk to peripherals as easy as a real computer.
Even my little netbook will talk to any USB printer. Any USB printer. Okay? No problems. If I want to hook in a USB device, doesn't matter if it's a USB flash stick, little micro SD card, whatever, it talks to it that fast and easy.
Recognizes it.
I've got my stuff right in front of me instantaneously. Not to mention, I can download cool video games on my laptops, and I can play them with ease. The games you're going to be playing, if you're going to play games, is whatever's on the App Store, and you're limited to that. And then, of course, you have that very limited storage, which you have a little bit on a netbook. A netbook has a 64 gig drive, but you can always upgrade those as long as they're not soldered onto the logic board. But you can use a micro SD card that's extremely large size and has a much larger support size than even the Android ones do, because I think some of them only can go to 128 gig or
they're
something
limited.
like that. They're very limited on the size of storage capacity. Whereas, if I ever find out what the actual storage limit is on my micro SD, it doesn't matter because I do have a USB external 1 terabyte drive that I can plug into any of my computers and still dump my files across or whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
As for backing up my iPads, I just take all the stuff and I airdrop it to my iMac, and then I put all that stuff in a separate file system. Then I can go reformat my iPad if I need to, get all that done and reset up, and then airdrop everything right back over to my iPad. Too easy, and then I'm all
There's
set
ways
to go.
to do stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and I can communicate iPads to Windows computers too.
Mm-hmm.
And your iPhones will communicate to Windows computers very easily. You know, try getting an iPad to talk to a Chromebook, or try getting a Windows computer to talk to a Chromebook. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You know, so these are things that we just wanted to make you guys aware of. And I invited my wife in here because she knows a lot more about the Chromebooks than I do. I understand Android OSs to a great deal, but she's had the personal experience with the Chromebooks. I tend to stay away from them because I tried it once and I was in front of this thing and I'm like, where the heck's your hard drive?
Now,
hard drive?
You gotta look over there.
Huh?
Yeah, it's all in.
Oh, this is Android OS. Oh man, this sucks. So I'm like, honey, you're up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
why is this not printing?
Let her deal with it,
wait.
and I leave the room because if she gets mad, I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know, so
and there is the potential there.
Oh yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
You know that whole happy wife, happy life. Stay out of her way. Don't talk to her when she's working on a Chromebook.
No.
And you're safe. You know, because they can be really frustrating. So, anyways, anything else you want to add?
No, just do yourself a favor, get a real computer, overlook the whole Chromebook thing.
You can get more for your money.
You can get more for your money and less hassle trying to do stuff on your computer.
And you'll be compatible with any of your main computers at home without a problem.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people that own Chromebooks but also have real computers at home. But then where's the compatibility? There's none.
And getting somebody to work on your computer is a whole lot easier than trying to get them to help you with a Chromebook.
Yeah.
So just simplify your life a lot and stick with real computers, real desktops, real laptops,
real devices,
real tablets and printers and just real stuff.
Yeah.
And forget about this whole Chromebook cloud app-driven, not a real operating system, no real physical real estate. Your files are floating out there in the cyberspace.
I wouldn't even trust online banking with those things.
No.
Would you like Google to save all?
No, I don't want. No,
I don't want to save my passwords. Are you kidding me? They don't update Android enough. And security goes. Once a new Android OS comes out, your security's gone. Well, that's no different really than an Apple computer or an iPad or a Windows computer. When they put out a new operating system, security is either less or very compromised in the older operating system. So you need to always keep 100% up to date on OSs. And Android, unfortunately, is one of those types of things that is never really kept up to date across all devices. So
Windows actually just cut off support for Windows 7.
Right.
Is done as of January 14th, and it's what, the 17th today?
Yeah. And from what I hear from our cell courier, my iPhone 6S is going to be cut off from Apple support probably this fall, which means if there is another operating system, it'll be the last one, or maybe not at all. Okay, on this one, it may
because when they issue a new phone, they cut off the lowest one on the chain.
Yeah.
So they move everything up because they don't want people running old technology because it's not as.
And I don't do any banking on this.
No. You just make phone calls.
Make phone calls and I do texting
and that's it.
That's all I need to do. I mean, I do Facebook right now a little bit. But all the Facebook stuff, as soon as I find out about this thing being cut off, all those programs are going to be deleted off of this thing. Mm-hmm. And Chrome will be signed out of and blanked out of all of that, so I won't even be watching videos on this thing, period. I will just be using it strictly as a phone until I can afford a up-to-date iPhone again. Okay? Yeah. So whether it be a 7 or an 8 or a 10 or 11 or, I don't know. Maybe we'll see what the 12s are like if they come out with a 12 next. Who knows? I kind of like that 11 Pro, though, with 3 cameras. It's kind of cool. Real expensive, though.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, anyway, that is the basic rundown between all of the devices and stuff. And to me, Chromebook is on the bottom of the heap.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's it.
So, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's half an hour long. Not too bad, I guess. We could have made it drag on forever, but let's not.
Yeah. And please don't get butthurt if you prefer Chromebooks. Everybody's allowed their opinion. We've had experience with Chromebooks.
Lots of it.
Lots of it. And just wanted to share some information so that anybody looking into things like Chromebook will have the full knowledge at their disposal to make a proper decision.
Yeah.
Where they're going to spend their money and what their value is.
Yeah.
So
shop carefully. Right? Well,
right.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Like that. Who's got money to waste, right?
Not me. I invest my money into practicalities.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks again, guys, and thank you, Sue, for joining us on this cool video.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for our next one where we're going to talk about